Now I think my fig tree died during the winter of too much cold. You get these 80-degree days and then it goes down to 11 a couple days later. The sap starts running and it fills up all these branches that produce fruit, and then it freezes till 8, 10, 11 degrees, and it did it several times. And we're right at the northeast edge of growing big trees, and this one's probably been here 20, at least 20 years, if not more. Now this fig tree looks really bad. That might be a swelling bud, and I'm going to have to look it up to see when these things really start to come out. But I just went across the street and told my bride, I said, that fig tree might have died during the winter, because it looks pitiful. But I scratched it with my knife right there, and it's green underneath, so this is not dead, even though it looks dead. And today is the 27th. On the 26th in 2010, this was fully leafed. And there's just a few tips that might grow. But you can look at this wood until it's hurt, even though it's green underneath. Now the inside of the tree and the bigger branches aren't dead, but everything it produces your figs. We don't go give up on it, but it doesn't look too promising. Now when this was in full leaf 2 years ago, this apple tree had apples on it almost 3/4 of an inch in diameter. So that was obviously a warmer spring and an earlier spring, because this is within 1 day of 2 years ago. And see how small they are? This might leaf out, but the best thing we can hope for is we'll lose production, be very few figs if we're lucky. Hopefully enough leaves will come out of this thing to keep it alive, and it'll stun it. In a couple years we'll get some figs off of it, but it does not look encouraging. Most of these buds don't really look like they're going to swell up. The tips usually come out first, and none of them look really healthy or green. They all look pretty dead to me. So it's a good chance we've lost this all this growth wood. Plants will fool you though. They want to live if they can, and I would think that the main branches are not dead, so it's just going to have to send out a whole lot more of this, and we're going to, whatever doesn't come out, we're going to have to cut off and hope for some new growth, or we're going to have to cut it down.